a few of them that become nations when you bring something to the table. You keep asking women for what they bring to the table. Let's see what your life turn out to be. You tell me, you come back in 10 years and tell me, I'll be right here by the grace of God. You come and tell me, what do you bring to the table? Telling women, asking women that question, we'll see where it leads you. Okay? But confusing that the woman being responsible for making the marriage work, which is not true. No. Women don't bring anything to the table. They multiply. The woman is the incubator. With respect to marriage, they're the incubator. They receive, multiply, and reciprocate in folds. If you're stuck on this, you bring to the table, you will collect. You will miss out. You will miss out big deal. You will lose a lot. Matter of fact, you're already losing already. That's probably why you're talking like that. It's okay. Okay, but you can change that mindset. Okay, you can change that mindset. Oh, this is not fair. You're not making women to be adults. See, you're asking people to be adults. What's next? You're going to be asking your little 12-year-old to start donating $50 because everyone eat at least. Why are you taking care of those children? Why? Right? They eat too, right? Why? All right. They need to teach our men better. That's why we're here. We want to share. Okay, some things are working for some of us. Okay, and they are consistent. They are principles that are timeless. And you can look at any story in the Bible. There's nowhere in the Bible where the responsibility for sowing seeds goes to the woman. It's just stupid. It's weak men. It's the weak man syndrome. That's just where we are. That's not shaming you. I'm telling you where you want to avoid. You want to not be that person because you collect. I'm telling you right now. Okay. But when are you going to hold women accountable? It's D. I swear. Let's keep going. Both partners are responsible for the commitment in marriage. Yeah, commitment in the mud. Let's leave all that commitment stuff alone. Let's Google. Okay, all that commitment talk, leave them alone. You don't know what the hell you're committing to when you go. I don't care who you are. When you go on that altar, you have no idea what you're committing to. It's unrealistic expectations at best. The best you can get out of a commitment is maybe you can write it. How many people do you know actually go and read it when they get back home? How many people do you know? They read it to shame each other. They read it to manipulate each other. If they ever do. No, I'm more righteous. You're not following our commitment. No, never mind that she doesn't feel safe and secure around you, but she's just not committed to you. Should you be committed? Yes. You're right. But it's one of the biggest unrealistic expectations that we say, till death do us part. That's actually, that statement by itself is one of the reasons why a person will feel smothered inside of their marriage, because they really want to escape, but they're trying to hold on. But the longer they wait, the more painful that breakfast is going to feel, because you collect last. So what am I talking about right now? Don't commit. No, you can commit, because I think it's a good mark. I think it's a good ceremonial thing when you enter into marriage, but the work just started. The commitment is second by second, every second. It's not commitment to manipulate the other partner. It's commitment to give them grace, to give like your life depends on it, because it actually does. If you are committed to holding each other accountable, well, let me remind her all the time that this is supposed to be give and take. You will collect, because she will do all the wrong things when it feels right. She's a human being, and vice versa. Okay? Even he has more freedom to misyan, to misdo. Listen, basket mouth is going to be fine. The person that's probably going to collect the most here is probably the wife. But because guess who is probably going to be breadwinner in that house? Ladies, you're not exonerated from this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? When you liked a man, you made all these rules I'm setting for manhood, you made it a little bit easier for him. It was a little bit easier for him to be a man. It was a little bit easier for him not to come off as insecure when you like him. You made it simple and easier for him. But those moments where you start to feel like somebody is robbing you off, those moments where you feel like he doesn't respect me enough in front of his mother, he starts to collect in those moments, and he doesn't realize it because he's just a man. Like, people don't fall out of the skies is what I'm sharing with you. You have to hit rock bottom to have a chance of comprehending what I'm talking about. Like, even if you know it's in paper, it's another thing to be able to comprehend it, because you need real life examples. That's why that's the whole need for feeling, having the experience of feeling like you hit rock bottom. That's why it's needed, because then it will make sense, like, to connect, right? But when people still have options and choices, they feel like, no, I'll leave that woman alone. Like, let them get away with it, I'm telling you, yeah, Yes, share. Please go ahead and share. Shout out to all 42 people. If you're here watching us live, we're live, yes, right now at 6:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I promise we're gonna have tons of videos still. I have a way I've been inspired. We have a way that we're still going to have tons of videos, because there's a lot of stuff right now that we're talking about. All right, so let's see. I want to continue, because again, you guys are dropping some gem for me to really engage. Let's see here. All right, gender war is on. All right, so for some reason it's always about gender war. Yeah, that's the blame thing. So people it's easier. Somebody said, it's not easy to divorce. I said, actually, it's easier to divorce. I understand it's not easy to divorce. It's easier to divorce than to be aware that, it's easier to judge other people, right? It's easier to condemn. It's easier to shame other people, to blame people, to find out whose fault is it. It must be somebody's fault. It's never self. It's never holding self accountable. It must be holding someone accountable. Or better yet, let's blanket everybody together so that we feel like we're just talking about the community. It's cap all the time. 100% of the time when people talking about community, it's cap. They're talking about self. They're trying to hold someone accountable in their past. They probably don't have access right now, but let me just hold all the women accountable because it's in there. It's cap. 100%. That's my opinion. And you can look around you, start paying attention to what I just said. It's cap. It's personal, because it starts from personal. It's the personals that become a community. And what did we learn just now about women? Women is the product of the men in the society. If the status of women is bad in society, congratulations. Look in the mirror and clap for yourself. Especially if you're ready to run away to another country to go and take advantage of their women over there, whatever that means, right? You probably will get finessed, because there are women over there for that. They're like that for a reason, But anyway, I don't have grandparents. What did I say about grandparents? Oh, well, we have this channel, because I learned from my grandparents. I learned from my granduncle. I'm that curious guy. Sometimes it's years upon years of me being curious that you're hearing, okay? That's what it is, I'm the curious one. I'm the one who wants to know. I was telling my kids yesterday, I said, do you know 200, can you tell me 200 years worth of your history? And like, 200 years, I'm only 12. I said, no, you are 12, but you have more than 200 years worth of history. Can you tell me? And kids are different from people to people, but I'm that curious guy. So that's what you're seeing right now. Ask questions. Yeah, because it's blame game. It's blame, shaming, insults, guilt. The need to be right. I need to be right. Everybody else must